Good afternoon. Time for a couple of stories. The first story, it's a regular narrative. A narrative about the Royal and Ancient Green Bay Road Hockey Association. This is an association so old that in the beginnings, most of the skating was without helmets. And today's second story will involve an audiovisual delight put together by Isidore Dane, son of Andrew. It's a visual highlight of the 2026 season of the Green Bay Road Hockey Association. We've been playing at 217 Green Bay Road long enough that a number of fathers are now skating with their sons. Remarkable and wonderful. So, pull up a chair, make yourself comfortable, pop a top of an ice-cold Labatt Blue, and let your imagination run free. But first, before we get started, before we take our first sip of the blue, here's to Clint. Thank you. So our first story starts, as a lot of stories do. Once upon a time, a man named Charles Chuck McKee lived with his family in a beautiful big old house on a level lot, surrounded by mature trees on Green Bay Road in Appleton, Wisconsin. Now, Chuck had an active mind and a wide-ranging athletic skill set. He set about taking advantage of the cold Wisconsin winters by putting up a hockey rink surrounded by low boards right there in his yard, with a tree in the middle of the rink. Chuck's basement became a locker room, complete with odors, sights, sounds, all enhancing such a room. Steam rising off tired, sweating bodies. Mounds of hockey gear strewn all over the room. The clomping of skates going up and down the wooden stairs. The unmistakable sound of the water hose snaking out the window to freshen the ice. And what glory awaited outside on a Sunday morning under electric blue skies, sunlight bouncing off the snow, causing one to squint, beholding a sheet of smooth ice, with skaters gliding effortlessly, intent on warming up the pucks, choosing sides, dropping the puck, the battle enjoined, white meat versus dark meat. Action, furious, up and down the rinks, sticks cracking against sticks, in search of the puck, which is now flying off the boards just beyond reach. The passing crisp, the defenses stout, offsides never called. And in the cage, the occasional cry of the goaltender, "Not today, son." It becomes the battle cry of all these moments. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Green Bay Road Hockey Association. Welcome to the venue, created by Sir Charles Chug McKee. And so ends our first story. All stories have to end. It's part of the deal. My favorite movie story ending is the Muppet version of Charles Dickens's A Christmas Carol. The narrator waits till all the credits have rolled and then says to the audience, "Nice story, Charles." Well, I want to end my story with these words. Nice legacy, Chuck. And now, the audio-visual portion of our story. Enjoy the show.
Pass me a blue.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Green Bay Road Hockey Association. Welcome to the venue. So, pull up a chair, make yourself comfortable, pop a top of an ice-cold Labatt Blue, and let your imagination run free.